Shalom, this is Yar again. Shalom just means peace, goodwill. Salam means the same thing for Muslims. Whoever you are, whatever creed you may be, God bless you, government bless you, whatever you want. Well, I finally glued my pipes here. I think there might be a tiny little leak, but my new plumber tape coming in is supposed to stop everything. The main problem, the vulnerability, is this here. And I did wait 24 hours, just like the product told me, for it to cure. Now, for the setup for this, getting this running again, I had this running before when I had leaky pipes and I had this soft connected. Now it's hard connected permanently, except I did not cement these ends here. That gives me some flexibility of taking this Eshopps Overflow box off. Now what you have here is my return pump here. It goes all the way up here, and I had a problem with the water going too low and then the pump sucking in air and things, bubbles and stuff. I do have an ATO top off sensor here that works off of this device here. And it has a sensor that monitors the water flow here. I know Logan on YouTube suggested putting the ATO top off here in return section. I don't know, I'm going to try it out. This is my controller for my water pump for return. Notice I have the slowest, least possible setting here for pressure. This is a feed. If I want to click this, it momentarily stops and allows me to feed my fish. When I finish feeding my fish, I'll just click the button again, and then it resumes where it left off. Now, before I videotape this per se, I had a problem with these U pipes. I had air in them. How do you get air out of pipes and get this wonderful gravity-driven effort going? Well, you suck water through these hoses here, this airline hose, and that's probably the most dirtiest business in reefing, is doing that. We can see the pipes here. There's no air. There's a couple bubbles here. Now, the reason why this is loud, notice there's no lid here, and I think I'm going to improvise something to cover this up, because I think majority of the sound is coming from here, not so much these pipes. You see the water flowing? Now, anyone looking at this, if you have any observations, recommendations, improvement, let me know. Again, I have the refugium here, and I like to keep the water about the same level. You don't want to have the water level for your protein skimmer to be too high. I think someone said, I don't know, 5 inches or so up. Of course, this here is where all the water comes in and goes to the socks, and I love this here. Some people have a roller, it's too expensive for me. I cleaned this out before, and there was a lot of diatoms in there. In fact, if you see any kind of reddish sandy stuff at the bottom, what that is dead diatoms. You know, they're dying and starving because I've deprived them of silicates. And that's such a wonderful thing to be able to deprive the ugly phase of your tank. I got a lot of things going on here. You can't see everything, but have a collection of about a half a dozen different corals, one hard coral. They don't like any kind of changes in the water. Turning on the sump, it takes a couple of hours for them to balance and figure out what's going on with their environment. The fish, whatever, are generally happy as long as you get them food and decent water quality. Have a little bit of diatoms on the bottom, not too bad here. One thing I noticed by the return pipe, it essentially shifts all your sand away, and I have bare bottom here, so I decided to put a rock here and to compensate for any kind of sand being stirred up. But it's not stirring up too much because this pipe is only about an inch in the water, and I do have a service hole to prevent any back siphoning in case something goes awry. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a learning process for me. Please put your questions on my YouTube posting so we can grow together and learn And we learn from each other's mistakes so we can succeed all together in the end. Maybe all say, oh man, yeah, take care. Y'all are Ben-Emmett signing out until the next time.